While the looks blocks let you have speech and let you have costume changes, they also have graphical effects, which can be quite fun to use. So I'm going to have a simple stack again when the sprite is clicked. So the first command I'm going to look at is the changing of size. So when I click the sprite, he'll change size by 10. Now, it's a bit of a strange factor, but as you can see, he's getting bigger each time I click on him. So every single click gives him a change of 10. Now, it's just worth looking in a bit depth here. When I click, watch what happens to the size down here. So I'm currently on 190. If I click on him, it jumps to 200. So it's increasing the size by 10. So I can change that there. Obviously, I can't code it, but I can graphically change it and reset that back to 100. All sprites start at 100, and it's done as a percentage. Bits of getting your head around that at first. So I'm increasing by 10% from the 100 each time. Now, there is an option as well. I can edit that and change that. So it could be that it increases by, changes size by minus 10. So obviously that's going to make him 10 smaller each time, dropping it to 90. The other option I can do as well is I can just go straight to a percentage. That means, so set size to 100%. That means it will set that size value to 100. So when I click on him now, no matter what size he is, he clicks on 100. If I click on him again, nothing will change because the value is already at 100. This is a good shortcut way to say you just want him to suddenly get big rather than growing him. If I click on him, jumps him up to 250. If I set the size value now, I can set him back to 100. You can obviously combine those sprites those codes really well, because if I lose my focus there, we could have that every time you click on the sprite, it changes size by 10. And then we could have like a recovery code so that when the green flag is clicked, it resets him back to 100. So I can hammer away on him. Each time I'm clicking, he's growing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then rather than having to do it graphically, I could just click on the green flag and that resets him to 100. Or I could have it go a bit faster by having it change size by 50 each time. And then I could have this take him back to 10% of the original size. So he's growing really fast and then hit the green flag. We're back to a tiny one. If I can find him again, I can grow him again really quickly straight away. So those work nicely. They're the size options. They're effective. I'm going to set him back to 100 now. I should have used that code that I had there while it was there. Another option when you get a bit further down, and this has got lots in it because it is a drop down and it always gets overlooked, is that you can change color effect by 25. So it's a bit of a strange number. The colors, as I click on him, it's changing colors. Each color has got a number and it just cycles through them. So currently it's increasing that value by 25. It's a bit random to get your head around at first. You can change that to 1 and you can learn the color shifts. Obviously, they're a little bit more subtle because I'm only changing by one slight shade each time. Within this, there's a drop down, and I can also introduce effects. Now, the number is a bit arbitrary, and it's just, so 1 is not much, and obviously 10 would be quite a bit. So fisheye would be a graphical effect where I can start making him bloat up. Again, if I want to clear these graphical effects, I could set that back to 0, or I could use this handy one here. Clear all graphical effects. And I'm going to have that linked to the green flag. So it's almost like my reset button. So he's got a bit fish-eyed there. I'll click the green flag, take him back to 0. Again, I've got other options in here. There's the whirl. So the more I click on him, the more whirl the sprite gets. I could attempt to undo this by doing -10 over and over again. Or I could just hit the green flag. Other options in there as well, I have pixelate, which is a bit of a Thanos style effect as things start to disappear. Again, I could clear it, green flag. I've got mosaic, which multiplies the sprite over and over again. I can clear that with a green flag. And I've got brightness, which makes the sprite brighter and brighter and brighter to the point where it disappears. And I've also got the ghost effect, which slowly makes him fade out of existence. That one could be very effective. Obviously, the sprite has vanished, but the sprite is still there when you have graphical effects like this. It still does exist. It's just its costume has been made ghost affected down to 0. So there is still a sprite. We haven't made it disappear. It's only if it disappears down here that we need to worry about things. If I want to bring him back, I just click on that one. One as well that can be useful depending how you use it. So in an animation or in a game, there is an option called show and a command called hide as well. So when the sprite's clicked, he disappears. And if I change green flag to show, I can bring him back. So if you're playing a game where you want things to disappear as you click on them, and then you've got a reset button to bring them back.